This is adapted from an article in Banyan Botanicals. Birthing, Ayurveda, Postpartum, Part 1, Nurturing the Mother. It's written by Vrinda, Devani, MD, and Ayurvedic practitioner. Entering motherhood is a transition like no other. It's becoming a full-time caretaker and nurturer. And in my life, it's been the closest that I've ever been to true service. But getting to the point where I was physically, emotionally, and mentally whole again after the tremendous task of giving birth was quite a process that took much time and work. The key to postpartum care for the mother is to calm Vata, the ether and air elements. The mother is full of the mobile, light, dry, and cold qualities after the loss of energy and blood and fluids, not to mention the loss of a huge space in the abdomen previously occupied by the baby. Add to that sleep deprivation and fatigue that comes from feeding and nourishing a newborn, and you can see how Vata pops up in every aspect of this period. To that end, in Ayurveda, we nurture the mother with as much heavy, warm, oily, smooth, and stable qualities as possible. Traditionally, the mother is taken care of by a team of women who provide these qualities with food, herbs, massage, and other practices. In my case, I was lucky enough to have my mother, mother-in-law, and sister-in-law to care for me, with many other women to call upon for advice. The three main pillars to support the above qualities are diet, herbs, and oil massage for the full 42 days after delivery. After calming Vata and nourishing the mother's body, you enable her mind and being to also heal and take her form as a mother. Diet. Always start with diet before anything else. It's important to note that the large depletion and high Vata that accompanies delivery takes a toll on the digestive fire or Agni. If the mother starts to go to town on pizza or hamburger night after delivery, gas and bloating or other digestive issues are soon to follow. And as we know in Ayurveda, if the digestion is weak, other ailments in the body are sure to come. During labor, I had easy to digest but high energy foods like nuts, fruit, and soup. Once I delivered my baby and we were cleaned up, we went through our religious rituals and had some time to bond. The first thing I ate was a spoon of Pachakole ghee that I had in my first craving for nourishment. This is a special ghee infused with 5 herbs: pipali, pipali bula, the root of pipali, ginger, black pepper, and shudrak. My sister-in-law made this for me, but you can also make it yourself. Therefore, my diet was a very slow progression of adding foods in complexity. Initially, I ate a very watery soup made of water and mung dal, increasing the thickness of this soup. After a day or two, root vegetables, asparagus, beets, sweet potato, yam were thrown in. Green vegetables came after because they are more of an air quality and therefore harder to digest, followed by milk and dairy. If you eat meat, this is the last thing you would add to the diet, and this process took several weeks to about a month. The 2 things that we used to gauge whether I was ready for the next step or not was my Agni and level of Ama by looking at my tongue. Look at the signs mentioned in this article to determine whether your Agni is strong or weak and needs more time before progressing to the next stage. If there was a thick white coating on my tongue, bloating, gas, or other digestive issues, or if the baby had any of these, it was a sign to hold on progressing. Remember to stick with the qualities opposite of Vata: warm, mushy, oily, heavy, smooth, and dense. That means to also add ample amounts of ghee to each meal. If you had a cesarean, you want to add ghee to your diet a little later after the incision has healed. Some ghee is good, but the question here is how much. Traditionally, it is recommended to wait until to introduce ample amounts of ghee because the tissues need drier qualities to adhere and regenerate. Too much oiliness can slow down the process, so it's best to wait until the tissues have begun to adhere. If recovery is going well, this is typically a few days to a week after the cesarean. This is general guidance, and be sure to work with your practitioner. Herbs. My herbal regimen combined herbs together in the following manner, largely determined by my mother, mother-in-law, and grandmothers according to tradition. Note again that they all mostly combat Vata. These herbs will support the mother's diet, Vata, and recovery. And as always, make sure you check with your practitioner before taking any herbs while nursing. Fenugreek seeds soaked in water overnight. Fenugreek is well known to support lactation. It is also very helpful with Vata and lower back discomfort. A small ball made of turmeric powder mixed with some ginger powder, jaggery, and ghee. I had this to support healing and jumpstart my Agni for the first thing in the morning with the fenugreek water. Water boiled with dill, cumin, coriander, fennel, and vacumba, Caria or Borea. All of these herbs are great digestive aids, and some dill fennel also support lactation. Vacumba is bitter and cleansing to the blood and liver and also helps kindle Agni. My mother's made a huge pot of this every morning, and I drank it throughout the day. Laddu, balls of herbs and sweets with my breakfast. This is a traditional food. So this was with the building herbs. The herbs mix was combined with whole wheat flour, ghee, coconut flakes, almonds, and golden raisins. A soup called rab, made of a spoon of whole wheat flour, a cinnamon stick, a couple clove buds, and a pinch of ajmoda seed sauteed in ghee, which is then mixed in with hot water that has some jaggery melted in it. I had this with my breakfast as well. Afternoon sweet made up of wheat flour and urad dal flour, jaggery, ghee, a pinch of saffron, cashew powder, almond powder, coconut powder, and herbs, ginger, pipali, nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, cardamom, gunda, and edible gum. I had this with my afternoon milk once I was able to digest the milk. A spoon of panchakola ghee to end the evening. Yes, it seems like a lot, but all of these herbs work synergistically to heal and build while nourishing my digestive fire. Later on in my postpartum period, I had to cut down on the herbs because my daughter was getting some heat rashes and baby acne. It's important to gauge your baby's bodies to see how they adjust to your herbal intake. Massage. Massage is a third cornerstone to maternal care after delivery. Nothing calms Vata and soothes the entire body like warm oil. My mother gave me full body massage with ashwagandha bala oil every day in the morning. I showered with hot water with the oil on me and kept the oil in my hair. I washed my hair every third day or so. The oil tones the body, provides oleation where there is a lot of dryness, helps the healing of tissues, and infuses strength and a sense of groundedness. It was my 30 minutes of complete relaxation and allowing myself the gift of nourishment and love. We ended the massage with fumigation. We made a tent with my knees bent up and a towel covering my legs. My mother lit some googaloo on a piece of charcoal and put it in the tent. The smoke helps with the healing of the perineum and strengthens the tissue in that area. I felt noticeably less swollen after this treatment. If you do not have somebody available to give you a massage, or even just a head and foot massage can be very helpful.